welcome to Gros Morne National Park. We are here at the parking lot area of Western Brook Pond, which is just behind us. It is a landlocked fjord, and there's a boat tour that takes you on the pond. So we're going to try to do that today. It's about a 3-kilometer hike from this point to get to the boat terminal. So let's head on down the trail. Welcome to Gros Morne National Park, Western Brook Pond, a globally significant landscape. Ahead of you is the massive gorge of Western Brook Pond, carved by glaciers from the ancient rock of the Long Range Mountains. Wow. So as soon as you get past the parking lot, there's that viewing platform of this amazing, amazing view. It's a little cloudy and overcast today, but you can see that the clouds are coming right over the mountains. It is just beautiful. Looking forward to this experience. This is just one of the most beautiful parts of Newfoundland here in the park, Gros Morne National Park. Absolutely beautiful. Wow, what a view. All right, so we are halfway on this trail, 1.5 kilometers. We're halfway to the boat terminal. Man, the view just keeps getting nicer and nicer as we get closer. It's just beautiful. All right, so we've reached the 2-kilometer mark of our 3-kilometer journey to Western Brook Pond. If you go off that way, there is another trail to Snug Harbor, but we're not going that way. We're going this way to Western Brook Pond, which is just up this hill here. Along the way, there's signs. They give you information, like this one here talks about moose. But you won't find them in here. This is an exclosure that keeps them out. See all that fencing there? Keeps them out so they don't eat all the vegetation in there. You can also get a go-kart that'll take you to the pond as well. I believe that's one of them. All right, so we only have 500 meters left to go till we get to the boat. So here's one of those go-karts that I was talking about earlier. All right, we've reached the point where the boat is. Oh my gosh. So here's another really fun fact. If you were to take the CN Tower that's in Toronto and put it against that mountain, it would be shorter than that mountain. The CN Tower is about 553 meters tall, and the highest point up there is 670 meters tall. All right, we've now reached this little building here where you go inside to get your ticket before you get on the boat. All right, so we made it to this point here. Boat's behind us. We got our boarding pass in the little coffee shop area there. We can pick up a coffee if you like, or any beverage before you get on the boat or after. So yeah, we're just waiting to get on the boat and head out into the pond. All right, time for boarding. Oh!
Your choice.
Probably this one, eh? All right. Oh, I guess I need the ticket.
Tickets? Yeah.
That'd be nice if he wants to get on.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Steps, watch your heads, my friends. Welcome aboard.
Very much. Thank you.
Watch your head, my friend. Welcome aboard.
All right, here we are on the boat, heading out into the middle of the pond. It's going to be great.
Wrong into the boat. Go the other way.
Smart ass.
Oh yeah. The other one halfway there now.
Who cares? It's the same thing.
My name is KJ. I will be one of your tour guides here today.
Most popular question. Had it away early. How did we get these boats in here? There you go. See, some people have that question. Well, my friends, this is the Western Brook Pond. This is the newest and the biggest of our fleet. This right here was brought in with several pieces, towed in by a tractor on a sled. In the wintertime, over the frozen bog that you see out there to your right. Now the reason it was brought in the wintertime, well, because we didn't want to do any harm to the plants or animals that lived on that there bog.
It began right here, more than 15 years ago, when provincial geologist at the time, Mr. David Baird, lobbied our premier at the time, Mr. Joey Smallwood, for a park on the west coast of Newfoundland. Now, he's seen Western Brook Pond, and in these craggy old walls, well, he saw the story of Now, the park today, it envelops 1,805 square kilometers of the Gulf of St. Lawrence lowlands, as well as the Long Range Mountains. Now, the history for this national park, it began right here. And so does our journey today. This is a million-year-old story of sea level change and earth movements, of water, pure and clean, and the life that it supports. Now, the lofty cliffs ahead here, they actually mark the front of the Long Range Escarpment. And in the days before electronic navigation, these cliffs, they were used by sailors and fishermen that were seen as landmarks. And on a clear day, they can be seen as far away as 48 kilometers, or about 30 miles. Although often called a fjord, Western Brook Pond is no longer a true fjord. Now, this is because it is filled with fresh water and not salt. Now, these lofty cliffs here that do surround this pond, they are a typical U-shaped profile of a glacier-carved valley. And over the past 2.5 million years, glaciers have came down these valley walls more than 40 times. Now, when the ice melted about 15,000 years ago, the sea came flooding in. And this was a true fjord up until about 9,000 years ago. Now, that is when the natural rebounding of the earth, it came back up and it cut this pond off from the sea once more. Now, the surface of our pond, it is about 100 feet or 30 meters above sea level. And like I just said, this was once a saltwater inlet. Now, we do know this because evidence of beach gravel, seashells, and even some whale bones were found in here. So anybody whale watching, you're about 9,000 years too late. Missed it by that much. It's last weekend. Well, if you've seen the Newfoundland news at all the last few years, you may know that the spruce budworm has been giving us an issue with a problem. Now, we get asked, is this some type of bug, or worm, or beetle? Well, no, my friends, that's not what happened over there. What you are seeing on the left-hand side of the pond, that is actually moose damage. Now, that goes to show you what a moose can do to an area in a very short amount of time. The moose will actually strip all of the leaves this also goes to show us that there's absolutely no lack of wildlife here in Western Brook Pond. We certainly do have moose. We have black bear. We have caribou. We have Jamie. Now, if anybody sees any wildlife, make sure you let us know. We can stop the boat. Now, my friends, you look over here off the front of the boat. There it is, the beautiful Western Brook Pond, also known as my office.
Best office around.
Now, my friends, our good skipper Craig is going to get us in just a little closer to these cliffs, which are 700 meters or 2,200 feet high. Now, the rock type here is a granitic gneiss, and often referred as a greenstone basement complex. It is because it underlies all the other rock types here in Western Newfoundland, and they are part of the Canadian Shield. Now, in studying these old mountains, geologists have learned that this mountain chain may be as high as the Himalayas. And now all that remain are these ancient uplifted roots. This mountain chain runs from Port Bass all the way to St. Anthony. And these are the northeastern portion of the Appalachian Mountains. And now, my friends, as close we do get to these cliffs, no need to worry. We still have over 300 feet of water beneath our boat.
Now, my friends, like Jamie just said, 300 feet of water beneath our boat right here. And now, anybody curious about the horizontal lines you see going up the mountain here? This is actually scarring left over from the 40 plus glaciers that did come down through here and carve out this valley. But now, even as a tour guide, it blows my mind to see these trees just growing into that hard rock. If I put those in my backyard, not a chance. There they are, growing into that hard granitic gneiss. Tried to grow a few tomatoes one time. Apparently Jamie says I had to water them.
We always do.
You can't tell me that.
You're going to see a beautiful hidden waterfall
Oh, wow.
called Blue Denim Falls. Now, perhaps it gets its name for the blue cast sometimes can be seen is when the sun rays streak it just at the right angle.
Anybody on board from Ontario? Hey, Ontario! You're feeling a little homesick, my friends. This is our version of Made in a Mist over here. Anybody wants to try that in a barrel, let me know. They got a few available.
Beautiful day out here.
Absolutely
What do you think?
incredible. It's beautiful. Oh my goodness. Everywhere you look, there's something new to see. It's gorgeous.
Now one crack appears to be a little wider, a little darker, a little deeper on the inside than the others. Well, just halfway over that crack, just to the right of it, you should notice a large face.
Yeah.
You can see his long toned head, his two sunken eyes, his big nose, lips, and chin. Now, over the years, people looked at him, well, maybe it looks like a lion or a tiger's face. But us here in Western Brook Pond, we like to call him the Tin Man from The Wizard of Oz.
Here to your right, it looks like there's a big chunk or a big cavity missing. Now, this is what's known as Broke Off Cliff. And I got a story about Broke Off Cliff on the way back out and exactly how it did get its name, if you can't guess. A little side note for you, because it's really hard to tell how tall these mountains actually are. Because we use a lot of numbers, but there's no scale here to compare it to. So let me ask, who on board has ever been in Toronto? Now, right, the whole boat, perfect. You ever been in Toronto? You're going to know the CN Tower is one of the tallest freestanding structures you'll find anywhere on planet Earth. Now, the CN Tower comes in at approximately 550 meters tall. That's pretty tall. Broke Off Cliff right here. This actually comes in at 700 meters tall. So that mountain right there is approximately 150 meters taller than the CN Tower in Toronto. But like I said, it certainly doesn't look that way with no scale here to compare it to. In fact, the rotating restaurant is going in next weekend. Right up, all you can eat Jake's dinners every Sunday. It's going to be buffet style. Approximately 2,200 moose here at Gros Morne National Park. And that number is somewhat ironic, since our moose, they were introduced, and the caribou are native to the island. Now, our moose were first introduced in 1878, when 2 moose were brought here from Cape Breton Island to multiply as a food source. But now, in the early 1900s, we still didn't see enough moose. So in 1904, 4 more animals were brought here from the Miramichi area of New Brunswick. Now, those 6 animals certainly have thrived and flourished. there now being well over 100,000 moose here on the island. Exactly. That's why they're so bad at running into traffic. Right? Like I said, my friends, 100,000 moose here on the island. And if you did take into account sustainable moose habitat, you would find Gros Morne has one of the highest dense moose populations you'll find anywhere in the world. It's estimated, my friends, Gros Morne has 2 moose for every 1 square kilometer. And let me guess, nobody has seen it.
Yeah, no.
Has anybody seen a moose in Gros Morne? Seen them, not unicorns? They're real. Well, if you haven't seen a moose, you're in luck today. This is Maurice. Real Newfoundland moose, all the way from the gift shop. Very photogenic. Maurice is available for all photo opportunities.
You can see he's wrinkled up forehead, he's big eyebrow, he's big nose, lips, and chin. Now we estimate this little guy to be 650 million years old. Now my friends, it's kind of like a side profile, like he's lying back, looking in through the pond. I'm just going to let you know, it's not that white patch that everybody's looking at. It's right to the very top.
It's beautiful.
And now my friends, if I draw your attention here to the right hand side, if you look way up to the skyline, you're going to notice another beautiful waterfall. This waterfall is called White Point Falls. Now, unlike all the other waterfalls you've seen in here today, White Point Falls has an insignificant water flow through this pond. Now, for a comparison of a body of water this size, it would flush itself 6 to 8 times per year. But where Western Brook Pond has such little inflow and only has one outlet, and that is through Western Brook Pond itself, it would take approximately 15 years for this body of water to flush itself just once.
It really is. I'm just in awe. Oh yeah, look, there's the waterfall coming down right there. Oh yeah, actually. Down there is where people get off and back on the boat for hiking.
This small dock is over here on the left-hand side of the boat. We traveled some 16.5 kilometers, or 10 miles. Now, this small dock that you see over here, my friends, this is actually our drop-off point. So everybody kept on their half of their blue ticket to give them. I don't know what's going to Or I swear, kidding. Now that is our drop-off point, but for experienced hikers who want to do the long-range traverse, a 35-kilometer, 3 to 5 day trek from here to the base of Gros Morne Mountain. And now keep in mind, there's absolutely no marked trails. So map and compass skills are most definitely essential. We can't drop off just anybody here. You gotta have a backcountry permit from Parks Canada or hire a licensed guide. My friends on the dock, are you looking to get picked up? If you are, wave. Perfect. Now, my friends, as you can tell, we're turning around the boat. We are going to hit our oil lake over here to the left, so we may bump for the next 30 seconds or so. So, if you're standing, having a hand for you, a hand for me. Want anybody to trip and fall? Hello, my friend. For the fjord, we are going to have a little bit more of a headwind coming over the top of the boat. So that means if you are wearing a hat, lock down your hats. We do not turn around for hats. Especially Montreal Canadian hats. Now, the Toronto Maple Leaf hat goes in back there. There's a moment of silence. There it is, my friends, the world famous Western Brook. Also a great opportunity for you to get your picture taken.
Is it a little windy?
It's a little windy. Be warned.
For you. This is all about what happens if you drink too much of the old black rum. So if you're planning on getting screeched in while you're here in Newfoundland, listen closely. I'm from Newfoundland. I got screeched in 13 times last weekend. Probably 14 actually. Remember that, Jim? Not a team. In other words, my friends, help me out. Here we go. I drank 16 got a hold on me, like a dove wrapped around my waist. Your last love's got a hold on me, and I live for another day. And I live for another day. Here we go, mama. Your last love's got a hold on me, like a dove wrapped around my waist. Your last love's got a hold on me, and I live for another day. And I live for another day. And I live for another day. I tried 16 doubles for that price of one. Hey, finish, boom, boom! Big hands to the band. We're practicing all week.
Yeah, nice.
Take care, my friends. Hope you enjoy your tour. Cheers.
So that is the beautiful Western Brook Pond boat tour here in Newfoundland at Gros Morne National Park. So beautiful. It's just so amazing, right?
Absolutely. Beautiful views everywhere you look. I feel like we've been saying that a lot on this trip.
We really have. Yeah. But it's true. Everywhere you look, there's just something new to see. It's just so amazing, so beautiful. And the boat tour was really informative. It was a lot of fun. And that music at the end was really impromptu and really beautiful as well, and a lot of fun. And just big props to the boat tour guys there. They did a really good job of explaining everything and giving everyone a good time.
That's what I was going to say as well. The boat tour guides were absolutely informative,
Yeah.
funny,
Yeah, they were.
and very entertaining towards the end. That
Yeah.
was a very nice surprise.
It was really good. So yeah, that is the Western Brook Pond boat tour here at Western Brook Pond in Newfoundland. Come on down and check it out. I'm Brandon,
And I'm Katie.
and we'll see you at the next one.
Bye, guys.